Hey guys, I am Nina Stacks and I am back with another review in black. This time I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to start a couple episodes that I'm going to call Under the Radar. And that's going to be me reviewing movies that are available on digital that maybe you haven't heard of, or were kind of like small films so they didn't get a lot of promo, but they're good and they're black. So I'm going to let you know about them so that you can check them out and support black film. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell y'all about is this movie called Farming. Honey.
Vermin, filthy disease. I'm gonna step you out.
Okay, so just a quick history. The term farming, as used in the title of this film, refers to a practice that was apparently pretty big in the 70s in Europe, where African immigrants in Europe farmed or fostered their children out to European families, white families, while the parents maybe finished medical school or, whatever they needed to do, or maybe they couldn't provide for their child like they wanted to, or pay attention to them like they wanted to. So they would foster their kids out to like these white families, and these white families would like hoard black children because they were being paid. The parents would be paying the white family to keep their kids. And from what I could tell, it really just ended up being like some child slavery sort of things. There wasn't a lot of nurturing going on in these homes or anything. It was literally just like kids doing housework and being passively aggressively oppressed by people. But apparently it was a huge thing. I'd never heard of it before this movie. So I had to look up exactly what farming was to know. But yeah, so our main character, we follow him. His father is trying to finish medical school. So they farm him out to a family with a super like condescending, microaggressing white mother and kind of a father who's not really there. And this lady has a horde of little black children. She has them stealing for her. It's just really twisted. It's a really twisted thing to watch. So you kind of watch him grow, and then it jumps to him being a teenager, and we see that he's kind of angry. He's being bullied, which is probably normal in the situation he's in. He's living in some town in Europe, and he's, this Nigerian kid. But at about 16, he starts getting bullied, and he starts getting terrorized by a group of like skinheads, the European skinheads though. So the suspender wearing, like rolled up jeans and work boots skinheads. So they start harassing him and beating him up to the point that he becomes almost a pet to them. It's really hard to watch. I'm gonna tell you now. It is rough. It's rough to watch, but he's really in this helpless kind of mindset, and he's just a fish out of water, and he doesn't know really how to cope with it. But the abuse he's taking from this group of white supremacists gets so ridiculous that he actually starts to adopt their mindset, and he ends up being an active member of this group of skinheads. And he is, it's crazy. I guess it's like a coping mechanism. It's a really, really interesting film just on the psyche of how that can affect someone. It's crazy. Now, the craziest part about the movie is that it's a true story. This happens to be the life of an actor, and he's an African guy, and I do not want to mess up his name, but you all know him because you've seen him before. If you watched Oz, he was Adebisi on Oz, and he's been in tons of stuff. But this is the true story of his life. He wrote this screenplay, and he said that people just could not believe it, and they really wanted to help him tell the story. So he actually plays the father of our lead character. And the reason I originally even clicked on the movie at all is because the main character is played by one of my favorite new actors, Damson Idris, who is the lead character in the show Snowfall on FX. He is Franklin on Snowfall, and he was actually in season 2 of Black Mirror. Also, he's a really dope actor to me. So that's what originally made me click on it, and he does an amazing job in this movie. So, Farming, gotta check it out. It's crazy. Now, our second movie is a Black women in film, because I support Black women in film. So I follow a director by the name of Ms. Numa on Instagram, and she has a brand new movie on Netflix now called Jezebel.
Yes?
Hi. I'm here about the ad in the paper.
What's your name?
Tiffany?
What's your real name?
Internet models, nudity required.
Okay, now Jezebel is kind of it's a little art housey, but it's basically the story of a young girl who I think she's about 18 or 19, and she's just in kind of a weird situation. She's living with her sister and her sister's boyfriend and her brother, sleeping on the couch, and they're all in this tiny apartment. And her sister, who is played by Ms. Numa, the director, is actually plays the sister in the story. She's a little damaged, by the way. But her sister is a phone sex operator. And the younger sister is actually encouraged to bring more money in the house. So she becomes a webcam girl. And you just kind of watch her ups and downs as she delves into this kind of creepy world. And as an independent filmmaker, I thought it was really great. This is actually a film that was done by Array Now, which is Ava DuVernay's platform where she's helping new directors get their work out. So that was the initial reason why I clicked on it. I knew it was coming. I follow Ms. Numa online, so I've been seeing a lot about it, and I think it's dope. If you're an independent filmmaker, you definitely need to watch it. If you're into independent film, definitely need to watch it, because it kind of shows you what you can do with not that much money and a story that has a small scope in a bigger world. But it's a really good story. If you're just, I'm sorry, I got all into my filmmaker thing, but it's a really good story about kind of how you just do things when you're in certain situations, and how the people around you sometimes aren't always there for what's best for you. And it's really kind of a sad story, because I don't know, I always get stories about black girls who can't live up to their potential because of their environment or because their family is always really sad to me, because black girls are awesome and they have all this potential and they're like amazing. But it's really moving, it's provocative, it's a little sexy, and I like that it delves into this world of like webcam, Instagram model sort of vibes, because it shows the darker side. It shows the non-glamorous, like everybody who's doing this isn't dating rappers and going on cruises and trips. Some of them are on dirty mattresses or being human trafficked. Like, it's a very interesting film and you should watch it. Jezebel, available right now on Netflix. Okay, and our third movie. If you like Castaway, you'll love this movie. So it is also on Netflix right now, and it's called Sweetheart. And it stars Kiersey, why can't I remember her last name? Kiersey. I forget her last name. First name is Kiersey, but she's this adorable girl. She was in the movie Dope. That's the first time I saw her. She's the little lesbian friend in Dope. I'm gonna put her picture up. I never remember people's name. I'll put her picture up here. But it stars her, and she actually washes up on a abandoned island. And it is very Castaway like in she has to kind of figure out how to survive on this island by herself. And she gets into teaching herself to fish, teaching herself how to build a fire. And it's really crazy. She starts to have to kind of figure out where everybody else went that was with her. She was on a trip with some friends, and I don't know if their boat capsized or if their plane crashed, something, but they all kind of washed up. One of her friends washes up dead. A couple other friends end up washing up. And the big conflict is that there is something on this island with her, and she doesn't know what it is. She sees it at night, but the dead bodies are coming up missing. So it's like sci-fi Castaway starring an adorable black girl. Like the movie I've been waiting on my entire life as like a quirky black person. So it's really cool. So check it out. It is called Sweetheart, available now on Netflix. So quick recap. This weekend, you gotta check out Farming with Damson Idris. Crazy true story about a black kid who ends up joining the skinheads. Crazy. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, Jezebel. Go check it out and follow Miss Numa online because she has another movie coming. She's an amazing director and she's an actor. She's super cool. And last movie, Sweetheart, available right now on Netflix. So thanks for tuning in to Review in Black. I am Nina Stacks of Onyx Theory Arts. And make sure you can check down in the description. I am about to shoot my first feature film. It is called Aftermath. And we are doing an Indiegogo campaign. So if you'd like to contribute, we are doing it until the 11th of February. That's my birthday. So if you want to donate even $5, anything will help me make Aftermath happen. It's a really cool heist film starring black dudes who are cool and attractive, and it's gonna be like Reservoir Dogs mixed with Belly. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to Review in Black, guys. I will see you on the next one.